Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. Here are 5 tips to take to rank better for your target keywords on your Google My Business account. Number one, use local Falcon or a similar tool and run the keyword scan in your desired radius. Now, what I like about local Falcon is that if you are new to local SEO, they're going to give you this AI analysis report. Now, this is so helpful if you're wearing multiple hats running your business where you don't have a lot of time to dedicate into SEO. So if you have no time really, run the local Falcon scan and then look at the AI suggestions. And suggestions can be things like, hey, you haven't done updates in a while. You have some missing categories that your top competitors are listing. You don't have any reviews from Facebook or Yelp. Um, they might say, hey, like your scan is too optimal, or here's some secondary keywords that are worth scanning because you're kind of having a hard time ranking for this one keyword. And there's even more than that. But the AI suggestion is a great starting point if you're totally lost and you're not really sure what to do, or if you don't really have the time to do a lot of deep dive analysis. Look at the AI suggestions and see if making those will actually improve your rank. Number two, local Falcon can actually self-identify some potential spammy, low quality, low confidence ratings. So what I mean by that is that if I click on this list over here, here's all the businesses that are competing for the keyword SEO in a 30-mile radius where my company is. Um, what could happen is that some of these locations might not exist. So they could be things like the business might have moved out, they haven't changed their physical address, location, or maybe they went out of business and they just didn't care about changing their Google My Business account, or maybe they are working from home and they're displaying that home address, which is against the quality guidelines, or maybe they have multiple listings, like multiple service area business listings going after different targets of different metros. Again, that's a violation of the quality guidelines. Maybe their keyword stuffing, whatever it is. They can actually identify some of these low quality listings because these listings actually are probably taking some share away from you to potentially rank, and that's costing you business and customers as well because you're not ranking as high. So if you are able to either go to that location and confirm, hey, this business does not exist here. There's no outside sign, or their keyword stuff name does not match their actual outside sign, or anything else like that. You can suggest an edit within Google. It's no guarantee that Google will take it because Google does a whole quality check to make sure there's no abuse with that. But if you're able to go to that location and confirm, yep, this does not exist here, and actually submit it, and if Google takes your consideration, they do their own check and then they remove that listing or they change the name or something like that, it can actually help lower their rankings and improve yours. So you actually get some of the share back. It's going to lead to more potential high quality impressions, phone calls, leads. The way I really look at this is that Google's really not going to self police unless there's an egregious change by that business. So it's kind of up to you. If it's impacting your business and these are profiles that are clearly going against the quality guidelines, you do have options to take to see if I can have these checked out, and if they get removed or slightly changed, that can actually help your business. Number three. So let's look at the Google My Business account. Here's my primary category. It's internet marketing service. There's nothing for SEO as a category. So you can click on edit profile, and this is the section over here. It says business category. What I notice a lot of times is that let's say like a contractor might reach out to me and their primary category is contractor because they do so many different things. They do like fence repair, they do, you know, uh, kitchen remodeling, basement remodeling, all these different things. If you're struggling to rank for terms like contractor and kitchen remodeler and bathroom contractor and deck builder and fence, what all these different terms, maybe change your categories, change the secondary to a primary, maybe remove some, and then run the scans. Because basically you want to try to niche down if you possibly can to get Google to say, okay, like if I'm not going to rank for any of these 5 categories, I want to at least rank for one. So play around with the categories and see if changing that maybe helps you go from like a 0% share of local voice for the keyword kitchen remodeler to maybe like you're an 8% by just only having that as the category. Now you're on page one, in more places that can actually lead to more phone calls, more business for you simply by kind of niching down. So niche down, look at the categories. That's a good starting point. Another thing that really plays a factor in Google My Business Maps is you need to have a physical address. So I'm sticking with the contractor example because I get a few requests from contractors each month, and what I notice is that a lot of times they will say, hey, like this is like a side business that I'm doing, like on the weekends, I don't have a physical address, I'm working from home. There's nothing wrong with working from home, but it really puts you down in the ranks. So if you have a physical address, I believe it gives more credibility from a Google ranking perspective for users to see where they could actually meet with you. I believe it's a click signal from Google Chrome, so people click on directions. I think this is like a ranking factor. So if you don't have an address, you can't click on directions. Um, I also think that the having the physical address really can drop a radius on the map. So if I go back into this report over here and I'll just show my results for my business in Boston Spa, I can drop that pin there and then build a radius around that. Whereas if I'm a service area business, like you're hiding your address, and you're saying, well, I sort of do like this territory, but again, it having the physical address, from my experience with all the clients I've worked with now over the years, will always beat a service area business. So if you're really keen on getting better rankings, invest, get an office location if you can, and use that as your physical address. It will help you rank better than being a service area business. And now, finally, last tip. So, we've talked about local Falcon, we talked about the spam, we talked about categories, we talked about physical address. My last tip is to use Google, or you can use Bing, whatever search engine you prefer, probably even ChatGPT too. Put in your website name, so tmblast.com, and then do -site:/tmblast.com. You want to see the online entities that talk about your business that are not on your website. So again, I'm talking about the contractor who just started a business maybe 2 months ago. Who's like, okay, I'm really serious. I'm trying to get some leads for my company. um you can't just simply have a Google My Business account and say, okay, how do I rank that? You need to be on online directories. So look for sites that would be a good complement for your audience. So for me, I always talk about this, saratoga.com. This is a directory that I'm on. I'm also on albany.com and a few others, but Saratoga.com is so critical because my business is in Saratoga County. I service that area. I actually meet with local clients in the area as well. So being on that directory helps kind of tie the local SEO part with my business and online directories. Plus, you can also do additional marketing on these directories. So a lot of times, these Chamber of Commerce's and other sites, they'll say, hey, for an additional fee, you can be in our newsletter or get on a social media blast or direct mail or anything else like that. I think these are all indirect signals to help rank better because now your name is being featured. It's synonymous with what you do. So again, if you're a contractor, they might say Mike's Contracting Saratoga. Like that's going to be now through like newsletters and social media blast, and then it kind of gets picked up with people searching for that from a brand search, and then Google sees that, and then they might play around with your rankings a little bit and say, what if we improve the rankings for like kitchen contractor, and see kind of what that does, and introduce this profile to new users who are not searching for the brand search. So online directories are really important. They help build more trust for Google and for users, and they can also help you rank a little bit better. So anyway, in summary, I hope these 5 tips were clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and as always, have a good rest of your day.